Okay, well, maybe things have changed up. Maybe Flexy will not be involved in the main event. I guess he's on security duty.
What a shame, too. Who in the world told him that he's going to be doing security? Does Jerry Bostic know about this?
I'm sure we will be able to consult Jerry later on. He's handling our ring announcing duties tonight, and hopefully we'll be able to get a word from him exactly what's going on with Flexy. Meanwhile, our opening match about to get underway here as El Fuego del Sol, always a highlight of action, taking on the former Revolutionary Champion, the second son, Damon Windsor, along with the ever-present and ever dangerous, ever creepy AnnaLynn.
The altar is here to make their presence known. And we'll see how Fuego handles Windsor and AnnaLynn here tonight.
Well, this should be a very interesting contrast in styles. Windsor, of course, a very large man, a man who's accustomed to using power, strength, his size advantage. Fuego, never the biggest dog in the fight, but loves to use that agility, those high-flying tactics. And so, as you can see, of course, always wanted to appeal to the crowd with his dance moves. And he's already pulling that crowd support in, and certainly seems to be getting underneath the skin of Damon Windsor very early here. Bell rings, we are underway. Once again from El Dorado, Arkansas.
Almost like a David versus Goliath type feel here with Fuego del Sol and Damon Windsor here.
I'm not sure that David had those moves, though. I don't remember reading anything about that.
Damon doesn't need to dance and prance around to get the fans behind him. All he cares about are his followers. This is about the altar and what he can do for his followers. He doesn't care what Fuego is or how fan-friendly he is or if these people care about him. He's looking at destruction.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned followers because we've only seen one, and that's AnnaLynn.
There's many followers.
I mean, we saw it. He almost had a second one with Scott Steiner, and obviously that didn't work because a couple weeks ago.
Scott Steiner, he is a very fond member of one church, and that is the Church of Steiner.
Yes.
I mean, that's pretty much all that you need to know. Damon Windsor, though, he's got multiple followers. You don't need to have all of your followers present just to have somebody believe in you.
And now Windsor being subjected to a couple of mind games here as Fuego going for the test of strength, and
yeah, Fuego's not taking this seriously at all. Look at that, he's dancing and gyrating and grooving. Yeah, Damon's not here to play.
You're just jealous because your hips don't move that way.
My hips have never moved that way, so it's not something I'm jealous about.
All right, collar and elbow tie up here as Windsor now displaying that strength, but Fuego rolls through and immediately.
See what I'm talking about? This is why this kid is in the position that he's always in. That's why he's not any kind of former champion. He doesn't take himself seriously.
El Fuego is a former Revolutionary Champion himself.
Well, that's great. When was that?
That was a couple of years ago.
So he was not the last Revolutionary Champion, right?
That was Damon Windsor.
Exactly. So that is all you need to know about these two. A former champion and the man who is seeking to retain that title right now.
Oh, look at that agility there from El Fuego. And again, the taunting goes on.
Somewhere down the line in this matchup, he's going to wish that he didn't move like that.
Well, now see, that's a mistake, turning your back
see
on
what I'm talking about?
That wasn't a key mistake, turning your back on your opponent. And Windsor capitalizing right now, throwing Fuego in the corner. And a straight right uppercut is going to cause Fuego's neck to move like his hips did. But nice big boot there from Fuego. He slips between the ropes. Going to look to go up onto that top rope. Here comes that agility. Springboard kick puts Windsor out, and Windsor rolls to the outside. Oh, look out. Fuego starting to feel it. Fuego getting to some speed underneath him. Fuego, off the rope, backflip, and says, come on, big man, get back in here where I can beat you.
Oh, yeah, that's what he's saying, okay. He's not going to dare try to impose on Damon Windsor like that. It'll be the worst decision he makes. All you're doing is antagonizing Damon right now. That's something you don't want to do. You don't want to antagonize her either, by the way.
She needs to stay to the outside and simply watch her man, provide encouragement from a distance. Fuego, look at him just scaling up the ropes like a spider crawling up the side of a house, and we get a 2 count out of that.
Yeah, a spider that needs to be squashed.
Windsor swing and a miss. Back elbow, another miss. Good springboard effort there by Fuego. Once again, this time, spine buster by Damon Windsor, who simply plants the hand down, but is not able to get a 3 count out of that.
See all that gyration, that high flying, it's high risk, and it paid with no reward this time as Damon Windsor delivered the spine buster and now repeatedly throwing just the back of El Fuego's head down to that canvas, now throttling him and just telling him, you don't mess with me like that, you don't do that, you don't disgrace the altar.
Well, they'll try to certainly turn. Can El Fuego get back in this? Fans, stay with us. More action comes still to come. All right, fans, we are back, and during the commercial break, it was all Damon Windsor controlling the action here on El Fuego del Sol. Windsor taking control right before we had to step away, and he has maintained that advantage, grounding El Fuego, preventing him from using those high-flying tactics, which brought him so much success earlier. Windsor now wrenching the neck back on El Fuego while pressing down with the foot. Fuego able to manage to get the knees up and underneath him to get at least a vertical base to relieve some of that pressure, and does use the leverage to propel Windsor headfirst into that second turnbuckle.
And Fuego's taken a lot of beating during the course of the commercial and beforehand. Can he rally back? I don't think he's got everything in him to do it. Yeah, we're seeing a nice flurry of offense here, but something tells me that that's going to get cut short here rather quickly.
A couple of nice drop kicks in the corner. Windsor unable to get out of that corner. Can Fuego hit the third one here? Oh, no, he cannot. Wow.
This is what I'm talking about. I don't need to be a member of the altar. I can just believe that Windsor says that he is what he says he is. He has proven it time and time again, and that showed it right there. I believed enough in him to see what the future holds, and he was able to come out of that with a thunderous shot that sent Fuego inside out.
And now Windsor feeling extremely confident as he taunts the audience by daring them to chant Fuego in support of El Fuego del Sol, while Windsor measures his opponent with a punt-like kick straight to the ribs. And El Fuego really needs to create some distance. He needs to get back, get some energy back inside of him, get back to that high-flying tactics if he's going to pull out a victory here. Look at Windsor tossing Fuego like a rag doll all the way across the ring.
Look at that. You can just see it, the power coming within Windsor right now, summoning that of the altar, coursing through his veins, and it's sending it straight down the back of El Fuego right now. He's feeling that from his throat all the way down to his back, all the way down to his feet.
Nice rip corner to corner. And again, that back that El Fuego has had worked over by Damon Windsor so much during the commercial break. Fuego, however, meets the charge of Windsor with the elbow, this time with the foot. Fuego trying to get his feet underneath him, up to the second rope. Off, did he pull off? No, he's going to try, I think, for a tornado guillotine. No, it's a guillotine choke.
Yeah, no.
He's going to try to take Windsor down submission style here.
Fuego knew that he couldn't get the full rotation on that, so instead he just altered his position a little bit, no pun intended, and turned it into a guillotine. But look at that. Look at Windsor. That is an arm-out guillotine, ladies and gentlemen. That is not a full-fledged guillotine. And as you can see, he's regained some confidence and hits a nice vertical suplex from that guillotine position.
Windsor's torso so wide that Fuego could not actually grapevine his legs around it in order to maintain the pressure. But Windsor also unable to get a pinfall out of that, as what pressure there was able during the time of that submission hold certainly drained a lot of energy from him. Both of these men must be approaching empty on their tanks, as Windsor has got to find a way to put El Fuego away. He's got to keep that advantage, got to keep El Fuego down. And Windsor right now, sort of almost like Ronnie Garvin, just going around stomping the various joints, trying to keep the pressure points in pain and trying to keep El Fuego from being able to utilize any of the normal offense he's accustomed to.
That's all that you need to do is just take down the high flyer, because then you take away his bread and butter, and right now, that's what Windsor has in mind.
A leaping attempt there, another stomp. Fuego rolled out from underneath it, and now Fuego going after the knee. The weak point of pretty much every big man are those knees. They support all that height, all that weight. And now Windsor on his knees, and he might be praying to the altar to say, come on and save me here. But
look at that, right on cue. It's like, can you feel it, Bruno? Are you feeling it now?
I'm feeling what El Fuego's feeling. win as he got a backflip and then a drop kick once again, staggered Windsor to the ropes.
Just a monetary situation that can be fixed, no big deal.
Fuego up over, springboard, up the top, Hurricane Rana careens Damon Windsor into the corner.
But not enough to keep him down, and just enough to get him a little off balance.
Fuego, though, still looking for the next moment as he scales up again. Nice moonsault, but Windsor,
He caught it. He did catch him. He was not able to execute the moonsault, and now the power of Windsor on display.
all the way up, and Fuego swings around with a DDT.
I don't think that was supposed to happen, though.
Fuego now to the outside.
Damon, you're going to need to regain some consciousness here.
Fuego senses an opportunity, and this may be the last opportunity he has in this match as he scales up to the top. Oh, look at AnnaLynn Roseman. What's it? And AnnaLynn sacrificing herself here.
This is what I'm talking about. This is just how you do it. This is part of the altar. You're willing to sacrifice yourself for the good of the altar.
Look at that evil smile as referee drags.
Oh, and El Fuego took his eye off the ball just a split
And
second.
you can't tell me that was not pre-played. You can't tell me that was not a play on the part of AnnaLynn and Damon Windsor that if he got into trouble,
you don't need to play
the referee, and it pays off right there. Damon Windsor, your winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout, the second son, Damon Windsor!
It doesn't matter how you want to look at it, Gordon. I told you the altar is gifted with powers that have prevailed here tonight in Damon Windsor.
Well, a victorious Damon Windsor, the altar's successful fans, will have more action for you coming up after this break.